Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, Devin. Hello, Stephanie. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello. Good morning, Fernanda. Beautiful. Good morning, guys. Hello. Hello. How's your day? How's your week? How do you feel? Fine, Fernanda. Thank you for asking. Gonna turn my camera in a minute. Just give me a minute. Good morning, Ana Romero. How are you, sweetie? Good morning, Deborah. God bless you. Stephanie, Devin. Let me see who else. Good morning, Mr. Cusinati. God bless you, sweetie. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, here I am. Good morning, Miss Lapka. Good morning, Eunice. How are you, girls? Good morning, Steven. How are you, sweetie? Okay, good morning to everybody. We are almost finishing the week, and I hope that everything is really turning fine for you guys. Good morning. Okay, is it Isaac Reese? Who is Isaac Reese? Give me the other name, the name of my student, so we can change the profile. Who's Isaac Reese? Or maybe it's the name that I don't know from my students. Who is Isaac Reese? Yeah, right, Stephanie. I don't know either. That's okay, Michelle. Hello, sweetie. It's Addie's brother. Okay, so his name is Isaac Reese. That's his real name because I don't remember him. Hello, Dominic. Ah, there you go, Addie. Now I know what I'm talking about. Okay, thank you. Siempre entren con el nombre suyo, con el nombre de ustedes, corazones, a las reuniones para que a la hora de asistencia también no vayamos a perder esos puntos, porque yo pues a veces solo por el apellido no siempre me guío, ¿eh? Y lo que yo hago, chicos, es que durante la clase, mientras estamos hablando, orando o participando, yo siempre veo en mis participants en el perfil, ahí en estos cuadritos negros que aparecen donde usted no enciende su cámara, voy pasando los nombres. Después yo veo mi grabación al final de la clase y ahí es donde yo pongo asistencia, pero tengo que ver en el transcurso de la clase que usted estuvo, no es que solo entré y me fui. Ok, solo entré un ratito y me desaparecí. Lo voy a estar viendo constantemente en el transcurso de la clase. Después yo reviso más con calma la grabación. So, siempre tenga su nombrecito correcto, por favor. That's okay, Ari. Ah, ok. Sí, Steven, ya vimos que es Ari. Ya, gracias a Dios, ya cambió el nombre, Steven. Okay, guys. Let's go to our devotional. Vamos a tener un corto, nuestro devocional, un bonito, corto devocional. Vamos a ver. Ok, chicos, estamos en Proverbios 8. Proverbios 8. Ok, estamos listos entonces. Vamos a ver. Fabiana, ¿me haces el favor, Fabiana, y oramos?
¿En inglés o español?
Spanish, sweetie, en Spanish, no te preocupes.
Ok. Gracias, Dios, por un día más de vida que nos has dado. Gracias por que nos dejaste levantarnos otro día. Um, Se escucha, Miss.
Yes, Fabiana, estamos orando contigo.
Ok. Bendícenos el resto del día, bendice a nuestros padres, los que están enfermos. En nombre de Jesús, amén.
Amén. Thank you, Fabiana. Que el Señor tome control de todas las cosas, de cada detalle de nuestra vida, de lo que decimos y hasta de lo que solo sentimos. Que el Señor se encargue de todo, chicos. Un día más, gracias a Dios, donde quiera que usted esté, ¿verdad? De sus papás, sus abuelitos, donde quiera que usted se encuentre. Que hasta allá llegue la bendición del Señor, que el Señor permanezca con nosotros todo este día y todo el resto de la semana también. Aquí tenemos Proverbios 8:17. Oscar, ¿me harías el favor, Oscar, de leer Proverbios 8:17? Aquí está la presentación, mira.
Yo amo a los que me aman y me hallan los que temprano me buscan.
Excelente. Amar a Dios es fácil. Realmente es fácil. No es difícil amar a Dios. Lo amamos por sus detalles, lo amamos por su consuelo, lo amamos por su amor, lo amamos por sus bondades hacia nosotros, pero también debemos de seguir los lineamientos y los mandamientos de Dios, ¿verdad? Si nosotros seguimos sus mandamientos, le demostramos que lo amamos. Cuando sus papás le ponen a usted reglas, lineamientos y cosas que tiene que hacer, y usted la hace correctamente sin quejarse, con dinamismo, y termina y hace las cosas que papá le ha dicho o mamá le ha dicho, ellos se sienten tan felices y saben que usted lo ama. Usted ama a papá y usted ama a mamá cuando obedece, cuando sigue sus consejos, cuando aprende de sus enseñanzas y las pone en práctica. Igual con el Señor. Si seguimos los mandamientos de Dios, demostramos que lo amamos. Y Dios nos ama de regreso. Debido a todo eso, ¿por qué? Porque dice Proverbios 8, yo amo a los que me aman. Y si nosotros al cumplir sus mandamientos estamos demostrándole que lo amamos, y claro está, Él de inmediato nos ama de regreso. ¿Okay? Es un amor mutuo, no es difícil, como le digo, no es difícil amar a Dios. No es difícil. A veces uno dice, ay, viera, pero es que amar a mi amiga fulana de tal, sí que cuesta, porque con el carácter que tiene, porque con las cosas que hace, honestamente, qué difícil es amarla. Esas cosas no pasan con el Señor. Con Él es fácil amarlo. ¿Habrá disciplina en nuestra vida? Sí, pero esa disciplina es consecuencia de lo que nosotros hemos tomado decisiones equivocadas o hemos hecho las cosas mal. Por eso le digo, si cumplimos sus mandamientos, sus lineamientos, lo que esté en la palabra, claro está, no va a haber disciplina, no van a haber consecuencias, solo van a haber bendiciones. En medio de alguna prueba que tengamos, ahí estará el Señor y lo vamos a sentir a la par nuestra. Por lo tanto, es fácil amar a Dios. Sigamos sus mandamientos y Él nos amará de regreso también. Si nosotros le amamos y lo demostramos, siguiendo los mandamientos y lineamientos del Señor, Él nos amará de regreso. Y dice, y me hallan los que temprano me buscan. Miren, chicos, qué importante es buscar al Señor temprano. Hay muchas personas que dicen que se levantan bien de madrugada, 2, 3 de la mañana, se levantan y oran. Yo admiro a esas personas realmente. Créame que son de admirar. Aquellos que se levantan a las 3 de la madrugada a orar y a buscar del Señor son personas admirables. Porque yo lo he intentado y una que otra vez lo he logrado. Siento que no pongo la misma calidad de oración ni hablo am, con ánimo con el Señor cuando me levanto muy de madrugada, pues tengo sueño. Y yo sí no lo logro, yo sí me siento bien cansada en las madrugadas. Entonces, lo he intentado varias veces, pero buscarlo de madrugada a madrugada, pero siento que apresuro mi momento de oración con Él porque estoy con sueño y quiero dormir. Entonces, prefiero calidad que cantidad. Mejor me levanto más tardecito, abro mis ojos y empiezo a platicar con el Señor y le doy infinitas gracias primeramente porque logré despertarme. Segundo, porque mis hijas también están ya despiertas, ¿verdad? Tercero, porque es un día lindo y gracias al Señor tengo un techo, tengo alimento. Vamos a buscarlo temprano, chicos. La mañana es un momento clave para que nosotros busquemos al Señor. Temprano, dice, yo lo buscaré. Ah, mira, Ana dice que su papá hacía eso de levantarse en la madrugada a orar todos los días sin problema. Son personas admirables, Ana. Realmente tu papá es de admirar. Yo admiro las personas que tienen esa capacidad. Dice mucha gente que es cuestión de hábito y que uno se acostumbra. Por eso te digo, creo que no está hecho para todos, porque yo lo he intentado varias veces y sí, yo no he logrado lo que realmente quiero, ¿verdad? Orando en las madrugadas, no puedo, pero sí lo puedo hacer cuando me levanto un poquito más tarde y aprovecho cada momento que tengo. Incluso durante todo el día también mis momentos cuando tal vez voy en el vehículo a comprar algo y todo, poder hablar con Dios, poder platicarle, poder agradecerle, poder sonreír un rato con Él, ¿ok? Pero la mañana sí es algo clave. Por eso le digo, calidad antes que cantidad. Un momento de su tiempo para acordarse del Señor, hablar con Él, agradecerle, tomarle en cuenta tempranito para poner todo en sus manos. Sus estudios, su día, si va a salir, poner en las manos de Dios a sus papás, ¿verdad? Y decirle, Señor, que tengamos un día excelente y que tú estés conmigo todo este día, ¿verdad? Es hablar con confianza con el Señor, pero hacerlo temprano para poner en sus manos todo lo que vayamos a hacer. Yo amo a los que me aman y me hallan los que temprano me buscan. Proverbios 8:17. Vamos a escuchar una alabanza entonces, porque lo estamos buscando temprano, chicos, ¿eh? Piensa en el Señor, cántela, yo sé que usted esta sí se la va a poder la mayoría, ¿ok? Y alabemos al Señor tempranito y pongamos todos en las manos del Señor, porque todo nos va a salir bien este día, chicos, ya van a ver. Ok.
Temprano yo te buscaré, de madrugada yo me acercaré a ti. Mi alma te anhela y tiene sed para ver tu gloria y tu poder. Mi socorro has sido tú, y en la sombra de tus alas yo me gozaré. porque tu diestra me ha sostenido. Oh, tu diestra me ha sostenido. Temprano yo te buscaré, de madrugada yo me acercaré a ti. Mi alma te anhela y tiene sed para ver tu gloria y tu poder. Socorro has sido tú, y en la sombra de tus alas yo me gozaré. Mi alma está pegada a ti, porque tu diestra me ha sostenido. Oh, tu diestra me ha sostenido.
Y es su diestra, chicos, lo que nos ha sostenido. Es su diestra la que nos ha ayudado a continuar. ¿Ok? Así que recuerde de buscar al Señor bien temprano, de madrugada, ¿verdad? Para que todas las cosas de ese día salgan lo mejor posible. En las manos del Señor, chicos, todo puede salir perfecto. Pero tenemos que poner todo en las manos del Señor y buscarle tempranito de corazón. Ok, Señor, que el Señor me le bendiga este día, que el Señor me les ayude en todo lo que van a hacer, que el Señor tenga cuidado de ustedes, cuidado de sus papás, que este día sea un día excelente, mis amores, ok, reciban del Señor todo lo que ustedes le estén solicitando, ¿verdad? Porque le hemos buscado temprano y le amamos, por lo tanto, Él nos ama de regreso. Que el Señor me les bendiga este día, mis corazones. Okay, here we are. We are in our second reading, second article, okay? So before we read, we are going to try to understand the vocabulary that we are going to use in this second article that we are going to read. I remember that our unit, what's the name of this unit? You remember? You remember the last topic that we discussed, the last class? What is the topic of this unit? You remember? Someone? Don't you remember? Let's have a look. Remember that we were talking about which is the best job that we could find depending on our talents. So what is the name of the unit? Here it is. Remember this? Unit 8, business. Very good, Fernanda. Yes, business. Okay, we were talking about Mr. Mark Zuckerberg, I think his name is, and the creator of Microsoft. Okay, then we started finding out which job will be the best depending on our skills. And now we are going to try to see this new vocabulary so we can prepare ourselves for our next reading. The next article is very interesting. For me, good morning, Danielle. For me, it was a great discovery because I didn't know about this business, right? I didn't know it even exists, but it turned to be a great idea from a young boy, a teenager, really. It was a young boy who had a vision, who had talents that they are not common. It's a talent that is not common between boys. Maybe could be common between girls, but not between boys. But he had this talent. He has learned this skill, and he was not shy. He was not embarrassed to use it. And then he started this company. He became an entrepreneur. Remember that we were talking about entrepreneurs? Okay, so he turned to be a great entrepreneur. Let's have a look here into this vocabulary. We have need, handmade, wool, go, introduce, and expand. I think you can type on my computer, right? Let's give it a try. I'm going to give permission for you to write on my presentation. And remember that every time you type a word, your name appears over there. So I'm going to find out, or I'm going to see who is participating. So there you got your points. So if you can type, you can use your keyboard to help me writing here on my presentation. If you know how to do it, then please do so. We have number one. Is the hair from a sheep? What is the hair of a sheep? What's the name of the hair from a sheep? Excellent. Very good. Excellent, Ms. Lapka. Wool. You can type it just like Fernanda just did. She typed on the presentation and she gave the answer. And her name appeared over there. So I know that she participated. Okay, number two. Something blank is made by a person, not a machine. Excellent, Fernanda. You're super speed. Very good, Miss Lapka. Handmade. Michelle, handmade. Very good. Dominic, handmade. Excellent. Handmade. Okay, excellent, guys. Usted solo escríbalo. It's okay. Any color, and you can, and several of you can write on the same question. So don't worry. Okay, number three. When you blank, you can make clothes out of wool by hand. Excellent, Stephanie. When you knit. Very good. This is a talent, you know. Knitting is a talent. Yes, Miss Lapka. Excellent, Michelle. Okay, when you need expand, says Daniela Chegoyen and Fernanda and Stephanie. Very good. Expand means to get bigger. Very good, Deborah. Good job. Expand. Excellent. Number five, go. Excellent, Fernanda. Is something you want to do. Very good, Stephanie and Anna. Excellent. Go. Number six, very good, Michelle. Introduces Fernanda. Excellent, Fernanda. Very good, Michelle. Excellent. Very good, Stephanie. When you introduce something, you show something new to people. Okay, great job. Great job writing on the presentation. Very good. Let me tell you a story. Okay, maybe you're gonna say, oh, Miss Anne and her stories. But I always try to give like personal experiences that I had in some way. That way you're gonna feel like this is not really a fantasy. These stories are no science fiction. They really have something to do with us. I don't remember if it was with you that we read in a unit of education about education. And nowadays, how do we teach our kids to read? We make them connect the stories that we're reading or we are discussing with your own life. So we are teaching nowadays the kids to connect those kind of things that are happening in the story with their lives, because we are always related in some way. In some way, we can connect ideas to our own life. So that is what I always do also here in reading. I try to connect my life with the story. I try to ask you if you have had that experience. So you can connect the story to your own life. And now that we're looking, we are going to see this article, right? And we have this word need in our vocabulary. That is what the story is about. It's about needing. What is need? Do you know what needing is? Someone in Spanish, what is needing? Do you know what needing is? Someone? Excellent, Michelle. Yes, tejer. Okay, it is a talent. Very good, Mr. Cusinati. Tejer. That is needing. And most of the time, the girls are the ones to learn to knit. But here in El Salvador, we don't have that we have the ability because everybody can knit, but we don't have like that opportunity to learn how to do it. When I was your age, my father, he was transferred to Chile. So he went to Chile for around 3 years. We stayed there. In my school in Chile, all the schools in Chile, they have the academic subjects, but also most of the schools in Chile, they also have extra activities. They have like clubs after school, and those clubs are not optional. It is mandatory, right? You have to get into at least two clubs. When I was studying there, that's how it worked, right? So when I went to Chile, I was your age. I had to sign up into two clubs. I had to choose from the clubs that they had. I had to sign on up in two of them, into two of them. And one of those clubs was knitting. You know that Chile has a couple of months that are very warm and hot, but it has other months that is very cold because they have snow in the mountains. So it gets really, really cold, right? So this club teaches you how to knit. So you can create your own sweaters, your scarves, your gloves, okay? So your hats. So they teach you how to knit. So I used to stay after school. And I remember that I was so excited because I have never done this before. So I said, I'm going to learn and I'm going to do beautiful sweaters for me with wonderful designs. I thought I was like a fashion designer already, right? Like an expert. So I thought I would even have my own business in knitting. Those were dreams, really. Because when I got into this club, and at the beginning, the basic is really easy, but after that, it gets really complicated. So I struggle with that club. I stayed there. I had to stay there the entire year, right? I learned a lot, but I remember that I spent the whole year knitting my sweater, a sweater that I thought it was gonna be wonderful, right? So for me, the whole year was like dreaming with my beautiful sweater. But it took almost a year because I was knitting and suddenly I made a mistake, so I have to undo it, and then I started again. And almost by the end of the year, I finished my sweater. Okay, it was an exciting moment. But when I put it on, things didn't turn out as I thought. Okay, I remember that my beautiful sweater, which I had spent a whole year working on, was like this. Okay, a piece of my sweater reached my waist, and the other one was a little up, so it was not at the same level. I remember my sleeves. Some sleeves were really tight. One sleeve was really tight, okay, and the other one was kind of loose. So it was a mutant sweater. It was kind of transformer. It didn't end at the end as I thought, but I experienced that year the emotion of learning a new skill. And it was great, right? I believe here in El Salvador, that is what we should try to push in our schools or try to introduce to our schools clubs, new things where we can teach our students new skills, things that are different. I don't know how many of you would like to learn how to knit, but there are many other options, right? Many other options, not only knitting. We can teach you different things, how to draw, how to paint, okay, how to do stuff. So this is something that it really is happening around the world, babies. Maybe not here in El Salvador, but in other countries, you can see this kind of activities. That's why people turn into these wonderful entrepreneurs because they have many other options. The article for today is related to knitting. It is called You Can Choose Your Grandma. You can choose your grandma. How can I choose my grandma, miss? I already have one. We're going to read about this article and you will see why is it called you can choose your grandma. Do I have volunteers to read? Come on, wake up, people. Volunteers. Okay, Danielle is going to start reading. Miss Lapka. Uh-huh. Okay, Stephanie. Who else? Let's see, Stephanie. Anna. Very good, Anna. And we are going to finish with Mr. Pousseau. Okay, I need a man here. Okay, you can choose your grandma. Let's begin. Yes, Danielle, let's begin.
Sorry. Have you heard of the Golden Hook? Golden Hook is a group of 20 grannies and a young man with a clever business idea. They make beautiful handmade wool hats and sell them all around the world.
Okay. He sells them all around the world. He is an entrepreneur. It started small and then his business grew a lot just by knitting, just by using his skills. Okay, let's continue. Yes, Miss Lapcom.
You don't buy golden hook hats in a shop. If you want one, you go to their website and choose the style, size, and colors you want. Then you look at a photograph and choose a grandma. The granny knits the hat by hand just for you. 1 week later, you get the hat with a special message from the granny inside.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, Ms. Lapka. What do you think about this? What do you think about this kind of business? Give me your opinion. What do you think about this? We can do it orally, or I can leave it as an activity, written activity, so you can give me your opinion. Come on. It's interesting, right, Ms. Lapka? What do you think about this kind of business, guys? Imagine you get into the internet. He's a great entrepreneur, right, Daniel? He's using his skills. You get into the internet, you choose the style of your hat or sweater or scarf or whatever, the color, the size, and also you choose the granny, the grandmother, the granny, the grandma that you want. You select the granny who is going to do the hat or the sweater that you want. Then weeks later, you're going to receive your sweater or whatever you asked for with a message from your granny. That is like a message of gratitude because you gave the granny a job and she's being paid for that job, right? So it is really beneficial for them. It's different, yes. I think it would be a creative business. Yes, it is a fantastic business. It is. It already exists. This is real, guys. This is not a fantasy, a science fiction story. Okay, let's continue reading. You can see people.
You can see people wearing golden hook hats in Paris, London, Tokyo, and New York. People love the hats because every hat is different. Golden Hook was started in Paris by Jeremy M. Salem. In 2005, when he was 19, Jeremy began knitting hats for fun. He wore the hats in class and other students really liked them. Everyone wanted one. Jeremy made hats for 50 students, but he didn't have time to make hats for everyone.
Excellent, thank you. There you see, everything started with his own skills. He wanted to be fashion, so he decided to knit his own hats. So he arrived to school and his friends and other students liked what he did. They loved their hats and they started asking for one. At the end, everybody was asking for hats and he didn't have enough time to do those hats, okay? No, Danielle, you're not going to change your grandma, right? But this is a great opportunity for all people. That's why they are grannies, right? A hat for everyone. Then in 2007, who's next? Yes, Stephanie, please.
Yeah.
Yes, Stephanie. Then in 2007.
Then in 2007, he visited his old aunt and had an idea. His aunt and her friends were all grandmothers. They didn't have a job and they didn't look after children. So they had lots of time. They were really bored. They were also very good at
Knitting.
knitting. Jeremy talked to his aunt friends. He asked them if they want to make his hats. 6 of the grandmothers said yes.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, sweetie. Okay, he used his own family. He saw the opportunity with his granny and friends, and he gave them a job, right? He gave them a job. At the same time, he was doing and getting bigger his own business. It was a great opportunity, so they give it a shot. They went to it, okay? Se fueron y se lanzaron. Okay, let's finish. Mr. Devon, you were the last one, right, Mr. Devon? In 2008? Mr. Puso, are we in class, Puso? No? Okay. Yes, Fernanda, thank you. In 2008,
Which one?
in 2008, here,
In 2008, Jeremy started the Golden Hook Company and set up the website. In the first year, they only sold 300.
they
I'm not
only 300
hats,
hats. Yeah, 300
but
hats.
the company expanded quickly. Soon after, in 2010, Golden Hook employed 20 grannies. 3 years later, in 2020,
2012.
2012, a famous shop introduced the hats to Tokyo. Japanese people love the granny's hat. In the future, Jeremy's goal is to have the Golden Hook grannies all over the world. With Golden Hook, everyone wins. The customers get excellent hats. The grannies get money and something interesting to do. And Jeremy is 25 and the CEO of an international company.
And everything started just by taking hats to the school. Imagine, and doing what he loves. Now he's 25 and he's the CEO of an international company. His products have been introduced to Tokyo. Oh, this is amazing, right? So we can choose our own granny who can help us to do our hats. I hope this arrives to El Salvador one day. I really hope so, really. I would like to see those great things, those great hats, right? And ask for a granny to do mine. Okay, guys, here we have the activity for this week. Necesito que le tomen foto, chicos, a esto. Este es el formato de la actividad, por eso se lo voy a decir en español porque quiero que quede exacto como yo lo estoy pidiendo. This is a timeline. Jeremy hizo cosas en su timeline, cosas de su vida. Usted va a explicarme las suyas. Quiero que sea así, chicos. No quiero que escriban en esta timeline. Solo necesito en la timeline la fecha de la actividad y la letra. ¿Por qué? Porque aquí abajo, después de su timeline, usted va a poner las letras y a la par de la letra va a poner el evento que pasó. Mi primer día en kindergarten, primera vez que corrí en el parque, el día en que mi mamá me llevó por primera vez al colegio, bla, bla, bla. Y solo va a poner la fecha y la letra. Ok, en 1995, letra D, me voy yo a la letra D y voy a ver qué hizo usted en 1995. En tal fecha, tal cosa, en tal fecha, tal cosa. ¿De cuántas tiene que ser? Aquí están, Stephanie. Tiene que ser exactamente igual a esta. Mire, aquí están la cantidad de espacios, aquí está el ejemplo de las letras. Tómele foto o screenshot ya, porque así tiene que ser. Exactamente igual. Ok, finished? Yes, yes, yes. Pregúntele a sus papás si no recuerda fechas o aproxímelas.